Niffenegger.wmv, where you can find my book reviews, more video reviews like this, as well as book coupons and deals so you can save when you're buying your next books. And also on Fridays, we make a huge list of all the books that bloggers are giving away, so if you want to win some free books, definitely check that out. But tonight we're going to be talking quickly about The Time Traveler's Wife. And this is one of my favorite all-time books. I've read it, I don't even know how many times, 10, 20, maybe more, sadly. It's fun. It's a great love story. I mean, it's one of the best love stories ever. It involves time traveling, which, as much as I don't like fantasy, time travel really intrigues me for some reason. And it's also about a woman who's in love with an older man, which I really like as well. So, Henry and Claire. Henry's the time traveler. He can't tell when he's going to go, where he's going to go, he can't control it. Claire is 6 years old when she meets Henry, and I believe Henry is 36 when he appears before her naked and bleeding. Yeah. So he can't take anything with him when he travels, so he's always naked. And since he can't choose where he wants to go, that kind of gets him in a lot of trouble. Some really bad trouble. Think about ending up in Alaska naked in the middle of a huge snowstorm. You don't have shoes, clothing, nothing. Not a good way to go. Claire is a very understanding 6-year-old. Very, very understanding. I don't know what I would have done at 6. Some naked man appeared before me and then kept reappearing. Very weird. But anyway, so the love story is amazing, but also the kind of paradoxes. And even if we don't have a lover who appears to us as he time travels, I think these paradoxes exist in real life. Just more so in The Time Traveler's Wife. The biggest paradox is this. Claire's 6, he's 36, sometimes different ages when he comes to her, but he knows Claire because he's married to Claire in his real life. So he knows what she's become, and now he's teaching her younger self. You know, he's helping her through school. He's practicing French lessons with her. He's, doing all of this stuff and telling her things. He doesn't tell her about the future as much. He tries to keep that out of it, but he's leading her to the path of becoming the person that she is in his life. So you have to question, is Claire who she is because that's who she is, or is that who she is because Henry made her that way? Henry is kind of the opposite, but in the same way. Henry meets her when he's 36, but in his real life, he meets her at 24. At that point, Claire is 21, I think, or 22, or something. But she's known him for 18 years now. So she knows who he is, even though he's not that person yet. And so she shapes him even as far down as his haircut. She knows a man with short hair. When she meets him, he has long hair. And he goes in that direction because he knows that's who he is in the future because she has told him. So is he that person in the future because that's who he is, or is it because of Claire? It's, back to the regret thing that I've spoken about. You can't take one thing out of your life and know what you end up as without that. So anyway, back to the story. They go through a lot. There's a lot going on, just like in every book, which is why I love reading books before I see a movie, if a movie's made, is that there's so many side stories that add to things that you don't have time to do everything in a movie, because this movie would have been, 8 hours long if they included everything. But I love the side stories. I love the friend that's in love with Claire. ex-girlfriend, and their storyline. I love Henry's friend who makes drugs for him to try to stop him from time traveling. There are just so many little things that are so interesting. One of the really, really interesting things is that Henry visits himself. So his actual first time travel experience is when he's 5, and he time travels to the museum that he had visited that day, and I can't remember which one it is. Oh, I'm a museum lover too. Anyway, an older Henry meets him there, and gives him a private tour of the museum, and helps him. Of course, 5-year-old Henry appears there naked as well, so helps him get clothes and a snack because he's always hungry also. And then over time, as he sees him while time traveling, he teaches him all the things he needs to learn in order to survive, such as picking locks to get clothes, and pickpocketing to get money so he can buy clothes, and all of these things that he really needs for survival. And that, for me, is an interesting thing for time travel, because there's all different time travel theories, and that one of the big one is you can't be in the same place that in time that you've already been. So the fact that they're together is a huge differentiation from other time travel theories. So for me, the geek, that was very interesting. This is just a fun book, and for everyone else, I don't know, does everyone else have books where like dates, significant dates in that book for those people are the same as significant dates in your own lives? I don't know. For me, it happens. And The Time Traveler's Wife has a lot of those. A lot of the same dates and a lot of the same things happening that were happening in my life, maybe at the time that I read it, and maybe still as well. So it just made me fall in love with it more. The movie that came out last year, I believe, I was actually pretty impressed with. Obviously, they didn't get all of the side stories and everything, and a few things mixed up. The ending, it was okay, don't get me wrong, the ending was okay, but I really liked the book ending much better. But the movie was great, and one of my favorite actresses, Rachel McAdams. So I'm really glad they did a good job. I was ready to hate her if she screwed it up, but she did a really good job. So I highly recommend the book and the movie. So if you haven't, please, I love it, pick up The Time Traveler's Wife, by Audrey Niffenegger. Come to novelwhore.com, tell me how much you love it. If you don't love it, don't come, because I don't. Like you, we're not friends. Sorry. Also, don't forget, stalk me on Twitter and Facebook. Let me know what book you think I should read, what book you have loved, and especially your favorite love stories. There is a post on the blog about my top love story novels, and I would love to hear what you think is the best love story, because you always need a good new love story to read. So come visit me at novelwhore.com, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.